Hello everyone, welcome again to online session of Manolaw classes. My name is Dinesh Kumar. I am former assistant professor of law at Campus Law Center, Law Faculty, Delhi University, and presently I am working as an academic head of Manolaw classes. Dear students, in today's session, I will discuss with you some of the important tips to ace CLAT examination 2021, which is scheduled on 23rd July 2021. In today's session, I will tell you certain tips on the basis of which you can get maximum marks in the upcoming CLAT examination. But before moving forward, there are certain important announcements for all of you. Admissions are open at Manolaw classes for the upcoming batch of CLAT 2022 and 2023. All of you may get yourself enrolled with us for getting the best result. For more information, you can dial on the given number on the screen, and you may also visit our website, that is www.lawentrancindia.com. Dear students, we at Manolaw classes are also providing 15 days free trial to all the aspirants of the CLAT examinations or other law entrance examinations. And in these 15 days trial, you will get the following benefits. Number one, you will get the live classes with one-to-one interaction. Second, you will get the recorded conceptual lectures on various topics. Next, you will get the topic test and sectional test. And at last, we will provide you the analysis of your performance, and this analysis will be done by our team of experts. To avail this benefit, first of all, you should find the link in the description below. Then you should locate the sign up for 15 days free trial, and you should fill the form there. All of you are invited to avail the benefit of this facility. So dear students, I will discuss with you certain important tips to ace the CLAT examination of 2021 this time. So my first point is that first of all of you must prepare your timetable, considering the number of days and the number of subjects. So this is the first point, because well planning of a particular target or a particular objective is half done. Means if you want to achieve an objective in your life, then it must be done in a proper manner and with the proper planning. So when you will make the timetable of your the date of examination and the number of subjects in your examinations. So if we take the example of CLAT examination, you will have the 5 subjects in your CLAT examination. One is the LA, second is English, GS and LR and quantitative aptitude. So there are 5 subjects. Dear students, you are also aware with this fact that the duration of CLAT examination is 2 hours, means 120 minutes. Means आपको 120 मिनट्स मिलेंगे, मीन्स 2 आवर्स मिलेंगे, और इन 2 आवर्स में आपको 150 क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करने हैं. नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर. फॉर एग्जांपल, in GS you will get 36 questions, in LA you will get 39 questions, in English you will get 30 questions, and QA quantitative aptitudes you will get 15 questions, and LR you will get again 30 questions. So the classification of the questions will be like this, and you will get around 24 minutes for each part. Means there are 5 parts and you will get around 24 minutes for solving each parts of your CLAT examination. So here time is very important from your examination point of view, and you have to solve the questions in the given time, even before this given time, because if you are running with the short of time, then obviously you will leave the question in the examination, and that will affect your overall performance and overall rank in your examinations. So my second point is this. So first of all, you should make a timetable. Then second point, you must only focus upon the important subjects and important topics of the subject. For example, in LA, if we consider on the basis of the previous analysis of the various questions, the major subjects are four in numbers. Number 1, this Constitution of India. Number 2, tort. Number 3, IPC, and number 4 is Indian Contract Act. Apart from all the 4 subjects, there may be various subjects but which are not so important from your examination point of view, because this time examiner will ask the question based upon the passages. So most of the passages will be covered from your these subjects. Now if you will find out the important subjects, then you need to move further and you should find out the important topics. For example, if we talk about the Constitution of India as an important subject, so now the next course of action must be finding out the important topics of the Constitution of India. Now in Constitution of India there are certain topics, but fundamental right is most important. Means in fundamental right itself you will get around 60 to 70% questions of the Constitution of India. So you must focus upon the fundamental rights. Now fundamental rights have been given in part 3rd of the Constitution of India, and each and every topic even of fundamental rights is not important. So you may focus upon some of the important articles of the this fundamental rights. For example, you may focus upon Article 12, you may focus upon Article 14, you may focus upon Article 21, and you may focus upon Article 32. So these 4 topics or 4 articles are very, very important from your examination point of view. So as I told you in my second point, so first of all you should find out the important subject. Then after finding out the important subjects, then you must find out the important topics of the important subject, because the time is near and you must focus upon the most important aspect of your examination. Now we come to the third point, study topics from the examination point of view. Now it means that your examination is passage based examination, and you must not focus more upon the factual information, rather you must focus upon the conceptual information. So means while you are studying a particular topic, then you should study the topic from the point of view of passage based questions, and you know that examiner is not going to ask the pinpoint information or merely fact based information in your coming examination. So here you need to change your approach according to the approach of the examiner. Then in the minimum time you would be able to get the maximum benefit. So you need not to read any topic thoroughly, rather read only the topics which are based upon concept, and increase your conceptual knowledge more in comparison to the factual knowledge. Now we come to the next point. Now fourth point is correlate your legal knowledge with the current affairs. You must read the important newspaper like the Hindu, the Indian Express, and you must also be aware about the various government policies. So for example, if we talk about the Hindu, so in the Hindu newspaper you get very, very important information from the examination point of view. Suppose there is a topic, recently you might have heard that West Bengal is trying to create the legislative council in the state. So here when you will read this information that West Bengal is going to create a legislative council, then you must be aware about the provisions of legislative council given in the Constitution of India. My point here is that you must correlate your current affair information with the factual knowledge or the conceptual based information. So as the West Bengal is trying to create legislative council in the house or the second house of the legislative assembly, so you must have the full knowledge of the legislative council, because examiner may base a passage upon the information regarding the legislative council or creation of legislative council, and if you will already aware about this fact, then it will be very helpful in your examination. Now we come to next. Must practice so many mock tests, and you must go for various practices, because this is the time to practice. And if you will practice more and more mock test or the practice test, it will give you your real situation or the real picture of your preparation. And obviously when you will practice more mock test or you will give the more practice test, you will have certain problems, or there will be certain areas where you will find yourself that you are not good. So after giving the mock test or practice test, you must analyze your performance and you must work upon the weak areas or improve your weak areas. Now 7 point is very important from the examination point of view. Dear students, in examination you will get 150 questions, and all the questions may not be same. Some questions may be very difficult and some questions may be very easy. So here, and the number of marks for each question is equal. So you must not waste your time upon the hard questions. For example, we take about the quantitative aptitudes. So the questions of quantitative aptitude will be based upon mathematical calculation. These may require some more time. So you should not go first for that. First of all, you should go for LA part, GS part, English part. So that you are not left with the question paper, various questions in your examination, and you are able to solve all the questions. So my point is that first of all, you should do only those questions in which you will take less time, because around on an average you will have only 40 seconds to do a question. So in these 40 seconds you will have to read the questions, you will have to apply your mind to find out the answer. So the time is very crucial in your examination. Now we come to the next point. As you know that there is negative marking of 0.25 in your examination. So if you don't know the answer of a particular question, then you must not attempt that question. This is my suggestion for all of you, because if you are not at all aware about the answer of that question, suppose there is a question before you and you don't have any idea about that question, then it is my suggestion for all of you that you must not attempt that question. But if you are 50% sure about the answer of that question, then that there are chances of 50-50, then you must attempt that question. So मेरा पॉइंट बच्चों ये है, अगर किसी क्वेश्चन के बारे में, किसी क्वेश्चन के आंसर के बारे में आपको बिल्कुल भी आइडिया नहीं है, यू आर टोटली ब्लैंक, देन यू मस्ट नॉट अटेम्प्ट दैट क्वेश्चन. लेकिन अगर किसी क्वेश्चन के बारे में या किसी आंसर के बारे में आपको 50% आइडिया है, देन यू मस्ट अटेम्प्ट दैट क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज देयर इज द चांस ऑफ 50%, देन योर आंसर may be correct. But if you are totally blank and you are trying to attempt that question, you are bound to commit the mistake there and your answer will be 100% wrong. Now again, the point number 8 is very important. You must always give the answer on the basis of the given principle and forget that what knowledge you have. Suppose if you talk in reference of the IA or LA part, in LA part some information in the given principle may not be legally correct, but you must always based upon your answer of the question on the given legal principle. Means जो भी legal principle में आपको दिया गया है उस टाइम पर आप उसी को लॉ समझेंगे, whether that information may not be true or may be true. So in your examination, all of the answer must be based upon the given legal principle or given principle. Next, don't waste your time on the hard questions of mathematics, because there may be some questions which are very hard in your examination, and if you will try to solve them during the examination and you are not able to solve. Suppose you wasted your 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes on a particular question, and even after wasting 5 minutes you are not able to solve that question, then these 5 minutes will affect your 5 to 6 questions which could be solved by you in a proper manner. So मैथ के जो हार्ड क्वेश्चंस हैं, if you think that you are not able to solve all these questions or these questions, you must not go for that. Just and you will have idea about the question while you will see the question or while you will read the question. On the first reading or on the second reading of the question, you will come to know that whether you would be able to solve it or not. So first of all, you must solve all the questions which are easy and you are capable to solve them, and at last you must go to the hard questions. So if you would be able to solve them, then it's okay. If you will not be able to solve them, then it's also okay. So it will not waste your time, and time management is very important in your examination. Next point is, take care of your time management in the exam and do not give more time to any section of the exam. So dear students, as I told you, there are 5 sections in your examination and around you need to give 24 minutes to one section. So if you have given around 30 minutes or 40 minutes to one portion, suppose you wasted your 40 minutes or 50 minutes to the quantitative aptitude portion, so you will not be able to manage your other questions or other sections of the examination. So it is my suggestion to all of you that you must not give more time to particular area and you must not especially focus on a particular area. Rather, what is important for you, the more number of questions and more number of correct questions will decide your rank. Next point is, always study from the standard book or standard materials. Means your preparation must be based upon the authentic information, authentic material, because there are so many materials available in the market and which are not of very standard. So you must avoid every book available in the market. Rather, you must focus upon some trusted material in your examination, and you must not buy any book from the market that it is relevant for the CLAT examination. Every book available in the market is not relevant for your CLAT examination. Rather, you must focus upon some trusted material like Manolaw classes. Revise at least 3 times. So dear students, while you will find out some important topics as per the given subjects, so some topics will be easy and some topics will be difficult. So you must give at least 3 revisions to the difficult topics and you must give only 2 revisions to the simple topics or which you can understand easily. For example, if we talk about the topic of emergency given under the Constitution of India or part 18 of the Constitution of India, this topic is difficult to understand. So you must give more revision to this. You must give more revision to Article 21 of Constitution of India. So you must give the more revision to those topics which are difficult in understanding or difficult to understand, and as far as the easy topics are concerned, 2 revisions will be sufficient. Next, you must exercise daily, because healthy mind lives in the healthy body. So if you will do the exercise daily, then you will remain physically as well as mentally fit, and it will improve your performance in your examinations. So these are some suggestions given by me for your CLAT examination, and I hope that if any student will follow these suggestions, then definitely that student will score maximum marks in the examination in comparison to the other students. Basically, dear students, we need to give direction or proper direction to our preparation. That's all for today. I will come again with some other tips to ace the CLAT examination for your better future. Till then, all the best and thank you very much.